It's time to figure out who will be playing for a state championship at the Unidome. My name is Cade Nissen, bringing you our rankers picks. Again, these are not my picks. These are our rankers. I've got his explanations right in front of me, ready to go. Let's get right into it. Again, where we are, we got 8 teams remaining. Win this game, and you're off to the Dome. It's about as simple as that. Not sure exactly when the IHSAA will pump out the bracket. I'm pretty sure it's RPI based. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. But nevertheless, our ranker last week, not so great. 4-4. He's looking to bounce back, giving him some crap. But nevertheless, he's got more picks. So take this for what it's worth, starting with Webster City and Creston. And I will say BC Moore has Creston basically as a pick'em in this game. So BC Moore, all analytics, no human touch in this one. It's all based on numbers. And according to the algorithm, Creston is basically it's a 50-50 pick in this one, which I think is interesting for the only undefeated team in Class 3A. We'll see if that has any truth to it. A very impressive win for last week for Webster City over Nevada, but they got to take on the #1 team in the class in their second round and to punch their ticket to the Dome. Creston played very well against Harlan in a great game, a game we knew was going to be close. They got to stop late to move on. Webster City was pretty impressive as well. Creston starters only let up 7 to Nevada a few weeks ago, and Webster City did the same. And our ranker says this game is going to be really, really close. But in the end, it just feels like a team of destiny at this point, doesn't it? Creston, the only undefeated team in Class 3A. They've beaten Harlan, a really good program, twice. They've got the stars, Cale Turner, Brendan Hayes. They've got the role guys. That's really the difference, I feel like, in some of these middle classes, 3A, 2A, even 4A. You got your stars, but you need your role guys to step up, and Creston has a ton of those. Their line dominates, and it's just going to be a ton of fun. This is going to be a trench war, and I think this is going to be really, really low scoring. If I had to guess, that was just me. That wasn't even the ranker. But moving on to our Pod B game, West Delaware and Solen. Give credit where credit is due. We really did not think West Delaware had a chance versus Assumption, and sure enough, they scored nearly 60 points in their win. You saw our post. Brent Junkovic absolutely balled out, 7 touchdowns and I'm trying to think, it was like 450 yards of total offense, just insane numbers. And now he gets to go up against what I think is the best defense in all of Class 3A, Solen. They were a ton of fun to watch when I was there. Their defense is stout. They turn you over. They put you behind the chains, and they're just really, really tough to score on. And our ranker is just repeating what I just said. This is a whole different beast that they are matched up this time around with Solen. I believe the Spartans' elite defense will not be lighting up 50-plus points in this round. And I think Solen's offense keeps rolling along. Our ranker is going with another home team in Solen. They're coming off a 50 spot against Fort Madison. They're playing really well right now, and he says he sees the Spartans continuing their season another week. I will say Solen in this game is an 8-point favorite according to BC Moore, and you can find those numbers all on the website Iowa BC Moore if you just search that up. Great tool and some cool stuff on there, I will say. Moving on to Pod C, Williamsburg. Excuse me. Williamsburg and Mount Vernon. I think I got this mixed up now that I look at it. Yeah, Mount Vernon is at Williamsburg. So this should be wait, sorry. I'm having a brain fart. Mount Vernon at Williamsburg. Yeah, so this should be flipped around. Mount Vernon is on the road. It doesn't really, I guess you can't really see in this bracket, but Mount Vernon is on the road at Williamsburg, a district runner-up. So that bracket should be flipped around if you're paying attention to that type of thing. Well, let's get into our rankers reasoning. Talk about an early Dome matchup, and I do agree this is one where both these teams are Dome quality teams. These two teams have had an amazing season. Both have been ranked #1 at some point this season, and now they're fighting for a chance at the Dome. Williamsburg took a nice win over an underrated Humboldt team, but the absence of Kellen Cockrell has been very concerning to the ranker. Derek Weisskopf has been serviceable, but he thinks Joey Romberg and Mustangs take a huge win to go back to the Dome for revenge. So there you have it. Short and to the point, Joey Romberg and Mount Vernon is who our ranker is going with in this one. Just really a game where both these teams probably deserve to be at the Dome. At the end, it comes down to Williamsburg losing to Solen and getting a district runner-up. That's why they've got a really tough matchup right now. So that's going to come back and kind of be costly, and that's why regular season wins are so huge. But nevertheless, they've got a shot. Williamsburg, Mount Vernon, the headlines are all over the place. Derek Weisskopf, Joey Romberg, just so many stars in this one. But in the end of the day, our 3A ranker is going with the Mustangs to head back to the Unidome. Moving on to Pod D, Helen and Sioux Center, a rematch. And this is the one that kind of screwed our ranker. He got both of these outcomes wrong last week. So if you're watching this game as a Helen or Sioux Center fan, you're probably like, geez, please don't pick me because he's got bad luck picking your games. These two teams took on a great competition, though, both from the District of Death. Sioux Center, Bishop Helen coming out on top. Sioux Center beating Algona, and Helen going on the road and beating Clear Lake, which was a massive win. QB Quinn Olson of the Crusaders looks to be settling in when it matters most, racking up 216 total yards and 3 touchdowns in the huge win over an impressive Clear Lake team. This will be a fantastic game. Sioux Center won this game 21-0 way back in week 5. Shut out Helen, and our ranker is going with the script to flip. He's going with Helen getting back-to-back road victories and to go back to the Dome. He's going to ride Quinn Olson. It's really hard to beat a good team twice is what our ranker says here. He says he doesn't see Helen drop in the second game against Sioux Center, and he's going with the Crusaders. So if our ranker is correct, it would be Mount Vernon, Bishop Helen, Solen, and Creston at the Unidome to play for a state title. I'm sure we're going to have some interesting comments. Class 3A, I'll say it again, you guys have been the #1 class watching our videos. I don't know. I know Creston people. I know you love IAfootball. I know we got a ton of Creston fans after we went there for a week. But just everybody in Class 3A seems to be watching and enjoying these videos. Everywhere I go, Class 3A teams are saying what's up to me. They know who I am, which is just incredible. I want to thank you for that. So this video is going to get a ton of views. I know it. So be sure to drop a comment. Pick your favorites, who you think is going to win. I'll give a shout out, like I said, to the people who pick the 4 games correctly. You'll see me at the Unidome next week. I will be there all week, every single game. Say what's up, Cade. Come say hi. I love talking to people. I love meeting new people. I'll have some stickers if I can to hand out, some IA Sports stickers for you guys to rep us. Wherever you go, you can see them right here. They're kind of sick, kind of cool. But nevertheless, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. 7 minutes. Again, our ranker went through, picked each game. We'll have dome predictions next week and some in-depth predictions. It's going to be a ton of fun. Can't wait. Be sure to check out the rest of our prediction videos so you're all caught up on what you need to know for the Unidome and our picks.